Hi folks, Job Comics here, having a look at another old Marvel comic this time. We're using The Punisher. After seeing Spider-Man Brand New Day, and we said The Punisher in it. He ain't my Punisher, but then I suppose to be fair, I don't know if Tom Holland, this iteration, is really my Spider-Man, if I am honest. I mean, I like the guy, I like Tom, he's pretty good, he comes across really nicely, he doesn't give the fans a hard time, seems to understand Spider-Man. I'm not sure these Spider-Man films are really made for comic book fans, though, if, no matter how much they try and sort of jam these fan service covers and, recreations and all that kind of stuff, as much as they do that, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the old comic fans, and I am very old, before you say, you're just an old boomer, you don't know anything. But before you say that, yeah, I feel that the comic book Spider-Man and the movie Spider-Man just now are very different creatures. But anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. It's just because I mentioned the Punisher and he was in that. Not my Punisher. But this is an interesting crossover issue, would you believe? Now, this is the Punisher and Daredevil, as you can tell by this. It's Post Portacio's artwork, yeah, and you can see the two of them at it there. I'm not sure about this cover. I think it all looks out of proportion. I think the arms look a little odd. I don't like that you can't really see their faces. This looks like something I would have drawn when I was younger. But how interesting is that Clark Kent? He's a federal agent in the Marvel Universe. So here's Daredevil here. So yeah, that's quite interesting, isn't it? That reminds me of Daredevil Born Again. But I think in this story, some goofball is like tampering with products or putting poison into, things that you would buy off the shelf. You can see it in this bit here when, Punisher's it's mouthwash. He smells it and he realizes, don't. The mouthwash is filled with cyanide. So, and it's this guy's doing all the work out. That's a good panel, isn't it? I quite like Post Portacio's artwork in certain bits, but then he kind of lets himself down. I think sometimes everything looks a bit stilted. Do you know what I mean? Everything looks nothing flows in his artwork. I know this is early Post Portacio, yeah, and you can see moments of brilliance, but everything's a bit kind of stilted and stunted. And anyway, here's Daredevil. Put him down. Get lost, Daredevil, he's mine. So they're fighting over this film here. I'm pretty sure that there's a corresponding issue of Daredevil. Here's the fight, because we love to see our heroes fighting each other. But you see things like that. Look, isn't that panel terrible? Daredevil looks like he's in the chorus line there, and then everything's at proportion. There's no real background, is there? That is. Look, can you see how out of proportion that is? Now, the fist there should be in the foreground, so it should be bigger. Look at his bicep and his shoulder and his head there. So see if you were to take that there out, right, you can imagine his arm being a lot longer, but because he wanted to get the fist in, he's foreshortened all that really way too much. Do you know what I mean? I might be very picky about this. What would I know? I ain't no comic book artist, but I know what I like. So yeah, so you get the story here, and it's from Punisher's point of view, and then I think if you went to Daredevil, you got Daredevil's point of view, and I'm sure I've got that one somewhere as well. Yeah. Hey, you're just a creep. Punishing males. Punishing males? Don't know about that. I must have been a Punisher fan. I started collecting Punisher. That's from Anthony in Toronto. Dear Mike, I really like that direction. Yeah, do you? Do you though? Charles B. Novinsky. And dear Carol, he's from the Philippines. Fichel. And Rick Dredd. Rick Dredd? Rick Dredd, private investigator. So anyway, there you go. An interesting issue of The Punisher. And subscribe to the channel. Has anybody been following this stuff on YouTube just now, where they're doing all this demonetization of channels and they're saying if it's AI slop, you're not going to get monetized. And now to even get monetized now, you have to have like 20 billion views over I don't know. Anyway, they're doing all this stuff now to make YouTube very difficult for creators. Is this rubbish, or is this a true thing that's happening? If anybody knows, put it in the comments, because I'm trying to get to 1,000 so I can get monetized. Yeah, and now it looks like it's just an uphill climb that's going to be very difficult to sort of actually achieve. Hey, what do I know? I'm only doing it for fun. See that face? Like, would Daredevil's eye really be there on that face? Do you know what I mean? The eye should be further down. Oh, whilst I don't know. Anyway, stick in the comments. Let me know what you think about all this nonsense, and if you've got anything constructive to say, yeah, or even unconstructive, I don't mind. Stick it down there. Thanks to everybody that subscribed, and I shall see you all tomorrow.